Hi there. I'm Alicia. And one time, my BFF tried to stick me with a $1,000 restaurant bill that she racked up. I made sure that everybody knew she was broke. That day, I was at a rooftop restaurant, spending time with my colleagues and my BFF, Rachel. We'd just gotten through a harrowing week of work, and Rachel wanted to celebrate her new promotion and her birthday. Things began to get stressful when Rachel kept ordering round after round of drinks and food, even before finishing the last batches. I was worried we were spending way too much, especially since we still had plans for the evening as well. And it wasn't like Rachel planned to pay for everything. Rach, are you sure we should order more? The table barely has any space left, and we still haven't finished the drinks. Oh, don't be such a worrywart, Alicia. You're such a buzzkill. Today's not the day to be cheap. It's my birthday, and I want to celebrate my promotion. I deserve to be spoiled today. Waiter! Come over here. Rachel snapped her fingers impatiently. Geez, who do I have to marry to get some service around here? The waiter stumbled toward us, hurrying from his spot behind the counter. I'm so sorry for the delay, ma'am. I was just filling in for the cashier back there. How can I help? Excuses. You charge this much for your food and your service is this slow? Ugh, whatever. Just get us your most expensive drinks and 2 more pizzas. Tell the chef he should send some free cake to the table. It's my birthday. Oh, wow. Happy birthday, miss. Go! I don't need you to greet me. I need you to get on my orders already. Maybe if you dawdled or chatted less, you'd be able to do your job quicker. Seriously. After another muttered apology, the waiter rushed to the kitchen to get Rachel's orders. You didn't have to be mean to the guy. Alicia, just shut up. If you're going to spoil my day, just shut your mouth. The girls laughed. They always loved seeing Rachel snap at me, and I don't even understand why she does that. When it's just the two of us, Rachel's her normal self. The Rachel I knew was my friend I'd had since we were kids. She was quiet, and she never hurt anyone. But as soon as our work friends were around, she'd act all different. It was like she was trying to show off. I went to the restroom, and when I was headed back to our table, I bumped into Jonathan, our waiter. I'm really sorry about how my friends are treating you, especially Rachel. She's not usually like that. And I'd just like to apologize for the things she said to you. I hope you don't take it personally. Jonathan smiled at me. No, don't worry about it at all, miss. It's part of the job. I come across all sorts of customers as a waiter. And besides, honestly, the restaurant could be on fire and it wouldn't bother me a bit. It's my last day today. I'm quitting to be an actor. Oh, wow. An actor, huh? Good for you. Well, when you're all famous and all, don't forget to come back to our little town, you hear? I'm Alicia, by the way. Famous? It's just my first gig, but thanks. It is pretty exciting getting a well-paying gig after all these years of trying to land a part. Oh, and, I'm Jonathan. Nice to meet you, Alicia. Pleasure's mine, and I'll make sure the girls leave you a good tip for all your trouble. You really don't have to, but I'll appreciate it anyway. Oh, Alicia, you know what? Why don't I take your number? You know, in case I do make it big, and I have to bring a +1 to some red carpet event. I giggled involuntarily. I felt like a schoolgirl. I could feel my cheeks turning red. Boys definitely don't ask for my number so directly. At least, not before they ask Rachel and she rejects them. And Jonathan was definitely hot. So we exchanged numbers and parted ways. I was about to head back to our table when I noticed the CCTV feed in one of the rooms I passed in the hallway. The camera was pointed at our table, and Rachel was rifling through my stuff. She had my purse in her lap, and she was elbow deep in it, fishing for things she would show to the other girls. I was mortified. Why was she digging through my things, and what was she looking for? My heart stopped when she took out a piece of paper. I knew exactly what it was. Rachel's face changed when she read what was on the paper. She immediately passed it along to the other girls, and they all laughed. As Jonathan poured their drinks and brought more food to the table, he heard them laughing about that piece of paper. Oh, wow! She works so much, all day, every day. I heard she even put in a request to get extra work on weekends. But still, wow! I've never had a bank balance this low. Where's she spending all that money? Maybe she, has a secret family or something. Or maybe she's getting some work done. You know, she's not as pretty as you, Rach. So I bet she's insecure and has been secretly getting surgery. Ha ha ha. Well, it hasn't worked, has it? That's so sad, isn't it? I thought she'd have a fortune by now. Turns out she can barely afford rent. Rachel snatched the ATM receipt back from the other girls. She quickly put it back in my purse and placed it where I left it. Wait, that's probably why she kept talking about how much I've been ordering. She's so poor. She's probably worried if we all went Dutch, she wouldn't have enough money. I have a fantastic idea. Let's all pretend we didn't bring our wallets and make Alicia pay for all of it. If we embarrass her enough, maybe she won't spend so much time trying to get us to hang out with her. I mean, I'm not the only one thinking it, right? Doesn't she get on your nerves too? It was around that time that Jonathan caught me snooping on the CCTV. Oh, I'm sorry. I was just walking past and noticed what was happening on our table. Did you hear everything they said about me? They seemed to be fishing around in my purse. A glint of mischief crossed Jonathan's eyes. Well, you're gonna love what I'm about to tell you. Jonathan told me everything he'd overheard, including Rachel's plans to expose the low balance on my bank account, and how they plan on getting me to pay for the bill. Given that it was Jonathan's last day at work, he told me he was more than willing to help me get back on Rachel. I considered her my best friend, and I didn't understand why she'd do something like this. But if she was bent on making fun of me, I sure as heck was more than willing to turn the tables on her. When I got back to the table, the girls were suspiciously quiet. Rachel pulled my seat for me and put her arm on my shoulder. Took you a while, sweetie. Huh? Oh, sorry. I just got off of a phone call. We ordered more stuff. Hope you don't mind. We don't want the table to look sparse. You see, I'm waiting for my crush to make an appearance, and I want to impress him today. Oh, no, not at all. Why would I mind? In fact, let's order more stuff. I would love to see you finally make some progress with Mark. The girls all looked at each other and giggled behind my back. Perhaps they thought I was sinking myself deeper into the trap they set for me. What they didn't know is that I set a trap too. So, anyway, I know you work too much for too little pay, but today, you should kick back and enjoy yourself. Why don't you try and be more like me, Alicia? I get the men to take care of me. If you get yourself a guy, maybe you won't have to work yourself to the bone anymore. Like, look at you. You look so tired and stressed all the time. Here, let me try and look for that doctor's number. She's really good with making your skin look fresh. Jonathan returned with a tray of our new order. With the smallest of winks, he signaled to me that our plan was on. Jonathan tripped on the table's leg and doused Rachel with 7 glasses of virgin Long Island iced tea, and on top of it all, slices of pizza, fresh out of the oven and still steaming, crowned her head. I could hardly stop myself from laughing as I watched the slices slowly make their way down her hair, the cheese sticking and stretching all over her locks as they slid down. Oh, my God! What have you done, you stupid minimum wage, low IQ scum? You've ruined my dress and my hair! You are so fired! fired. I promise you are so fired. Rachel stomped all the way to the restroom, and 3 of the girls hurried after her, concerned for their friend's state. Rachel's purse got knocked off of her through the ordeal, and I helped Jonathan clean up the mess. This was, of course, all part of the plan. As I bent down to pick up Rachel's purse, I covertly handed Jonathan her cards, after which he hurried off. Just in time for Rachel's return, her crush, Mark, arrived with a couple of friends. The table was still a mess, but Jonathan swooped in for phase 2 of our plan. He announced something very loud and very clear so that everyone at the restaurant could hear it. "Miss Rachel, we tried all your credit cards, but unfortunately they were all declined. The error says insufficient funds." "What? Who? How do you even have my cards?" "The reservation has your name, ma'am, so I assume you're paying for the bill." But how? Give me my cards back. How dare you say they have insufficient funds? Try it again." With a flourish, Jonathan produces a card machine and swipes every single card again. He makes a show of showing everyone the error message. I could see bullets of sweat running down Rachel's forehead. "I guess you'll be washing dishes tonight, Miss Rachel." I took the card machine from Jonathan's hand. "That's not necessary." I swiped my card and paid for everything, without even batting an eye. The girls all audibly gasped when the payment went through. "See, girls, that ATM receipt you were all gawking at was from 5 years ago. I keep it in my purse to remind me of where I was and where I want to be. But thank you for making me realize you're all fake friends." Mark walked off, embarrassed. He muttered something like, "I shouldn't have said yes to this party. Turns out Rachel's just another gold digger who can't pay for her own party." Jonathan cut his shift short for me. He asked me out on a date, and he paid for it. But Rachel? Well, Rachel doesn't have many friends anymore. Friends.